Alright, we're using blocks more in our training, both the high blocks and the low blocks. And so I wanted to do a little training on proper use of the blocks and how to get the bar down from over your head onto the blocks. We know that on the high blocks, we put the bar up and drop it with our hands on the bar, and we keep it on the jerk blocks, and that works out really, really well. Everybody's really good about keeping their hands on the bar and controlling the drop. But now we're using these lower blocks. We're using these more often, and I think we need to do a little training on these so that we use them properly. All right, I'm going to stop this here. If you can, when you're cleaning or snatching and you want to put the bar back on the blocks, the best way to do it, if it's light enough, is to go ahead and set it down under a controlled way and set it back down on the blocks. But sometimes the weight's heavy and you want to drop it either from the clean or from overhead. And just like we kept our hands on the bar when we're using the big blocks to control the bounce, we need to do that when we're using the low blocks too, to make sure that the bar stays on the blocks. And you'll watch this drop here. You can see how my hands stay right on the bar and catch it right there. We're going to back it up, drop. I can let go of it, but you can see I can kind of control the bounce to make sure it stays right on the blocks. Now I'm going to pop this up over my head, and we have it over our head in a snatch, over in a jerk, and you can see again it bounces down, but I can control it. I watch the bar and I can make sure that it stays right there on the blocks. Alright, what we don't want is to let the bar bounce and land here like that. Okay, this can bend the bar. It can actually put a bend in the bar, which would really suck. We don't want that to happen. Sometimes you'll get such a bounce that the bar will actually come all the way over and land on top of the blocks. And these blocks are wide, but sometimes you'll get the bar, you'll get narrower blocks, but we have a set of narrower blocks, but you don't want this to happen. This can actually bend the bar, which is a really, really bad thing. You get a bent bar, and you have a very unhappy coach. And this bent bar, these bars are very good bars. And a bent bar costs lots and lots of money to replace. So we don't want to have to do that. We don't want bent bars. Bent bars are bad. So be really, really diligent and careful to make sure that when you drop the bar, if you need to drop the bar, that you keep it on the blocks. It's best to control the weight on its way down and set it on the blocks, but if you have to drop it, you know that you can drop it and control the weight so that we don't have to replace bars. Now, if you have the weight up on your shoulders or over your head and you lose the lift and have to drop the bar for your safety, of course, drop the bar for your safety, and nobody's going to worry about it. And if you bend a bar, that's unfortunate, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Your safety is first, the bars are second. But carelessly dropping a bar and carelessly letting it bounce off of the platform, again, that's a costly mistake that we can afford not to make. So enjoy the blocks. We're going to have some more blocks. We're going to get some taller ones. We're going to continue to use them, but let's please use them in a way that's going to preserve the equipment as long as possible. Great work.